You two on the other side of things, and we know how meticulous NaVi can be.
Yeah, this is all thought through. The smoke blooms, nade the door, vent open for business, and it's Bit that leaps on through. Boomich already trifling with trouble. He's got action on that blue credit card. Apex is the first to fall. That's a stunning shot onto Kyojin. More required though. There's a lot of action here on Yard, and oh, Simple's handing out haircuts. Only one man to defend the pistol, and this one is surely done. The first victim falls and the bomb is loose. ZywOo looking to summon some brilliance. Denied immediately. 3 out of the Boomich Glock. I'd like to see that one again.
A bit there on the ladder on the way up the vent. So, you know, keeping it interesting here on the pistol. Making it look too easy, NaVi. What a clean way to kick things off here. Boomich with all this space. Just 1, 2. Oh, the second is beautiful. Kyojin doesn't even get a chance. And the third onto Masuda. They all drop like flies. The force spy back for Vitality again. And, well, it won't be the Apex signature scout here. ZywOo's brought that one in. Takes a glance towards Yard. Electronic, a master of the crawl. They're already out. Squeaky, what?
Yeah, deleted. Just like that. No smoke to follow off the nade, and now already descends. He's got full access to the low site. ZywOo, however, has shut the Boomich project down. He's got a lot to contend with. Electronic has slipped on in. He will have to avert his gaze, so a lot of freedom for Electronic to maneuver. Apex is coming in behind him. It's held, though, and just like that, another body drops. There's a beauty to the way NaVi navigate this map better than anyone. And they've had full control of warehouse. They can just gallivant across a smoke for good measure. ZywOo joins Masuda into that low side, but NaVi can go anywhere they want.
Yeah, they're crunching right now, looking like they want to send Electronic towards the Heaven and Hell position. The rest down towards Secret. Now, you mentioned ZywOo's towards lower. This is on a bit of a timer. He can't hang around forever, right? They will need to either hedge their bets or maybe even look for the save, because as they make their way through lower here, they could even pop back up the vent to top. Window room, turning their attentions now.
Oh, just as he looks away. Still takes a chunk, but he's not expecting Electronic. Not at all. Oh, the smoke may save him. He doesn't realize it. There's pressure from every angle. A tag handed out. ZywOo knows now. Masuda's dig is finding heads. He's found 2. NaVi on the back foot. It's up to Kyojin. Can he step up? The first is shy, and he doesn't get a second chance.
Oh, that one got way too dicey there. NaVi, they made all the right plays, but Masuda, 2 big kills from him, and that has to be the highlight right here from the last map, is that he stepped up, starting to show some good form. If he can carry that through right now, he's one player, one of these rookies who's going to need to do a lot of work, but Kyojin is the other name, right? The top defender here is going to be tested a lot by NaVi. They're going to make them bleed.
It's stomping time.
Yeah, this one here should be a clean sweep for NaVi. Squeaky's blown open. Ollie's on through. Not going to rush things. Going to take their time. Simple and Electronic working Yard. Boomich is there as well, and a bit more of a shooting gallery here. That's a shot from Apex.
Oh dear. Just the one, but it's a start of something. Looks like to be resolved. They do reposition. Gambling, safety in numbers. Concerned about the vent. It is just that Deagle. 2 in particular. It's Apex and Masuda with the hand cannons. Catching the timing in lobby is unlikely. It's time for some pot shots. Baiting in with the USP. Boomich to farm some cash here, $600 with every frag. ZywOo's his next victim, and just like that, third is found. Only one man, it's Apex.
I think we can call this one done here, but it's just NaVi, even on the eco, right? The way that they're operating around the map here, they're not taking any risks, right? If you've watched some of the other games here throughout the playoffs, you've seen the shakiness, you've seen the nerves of some of these teams. Maybe they're fumbling in moments here, but NaVi, they took their time, right? They took their time. They made sure that they didn't run into any stacks, playing off of each other, using the number advantage. It's very clear here that they're zoned in. Apex looking to chip away, get something done, just another kill, get that confidence high. Some warning shots are there, but I'm going to drop back on it. Yeah, look at Boomich. Like, he's just wanting to go for these frags right now, take everything away. He gets the silky surf, back 10 at range, and yeah, we'll call this one 3-0. Now, when these guns come out, I want to bring something across the desk was talking about. Apex, right? He's the yard defender with ZywOo. Those two players play off of each other. It's going to be how can Apex get away with some of these maneuvers. He has Electronic to deal with in a lot of these rounds. Right, ZywOo's going to be there to chip in as well. He plays the rotator role just like Simple does. So I want to really turn my attention towards Apex because he stepped up in a big way for this team in crunch moments. He's going to need to do more of that here, and they have boards. ZywOo's got the AWP in his hands. Bits holding on to that Mac 10 here, and Simple into a Krieg, so no T-sided AWP to match ZywOo.
Head in yard.
Oh, spotted.
Yeah.
Lots of info.
Simple. Bomb on his back. This is a heavy commitment already. Shox is gone, and there's more to come. Apex will take the double. That's the 2 stars of the yard show cancelled, and the bomb now loose. A huge leg up for Vitality. Boomich not a quitter. Recovers himself an upgrade as well as that bomb. Round is not
Can't
lost,
get away.
and now, yeah, he's been caught. This is a surprise. He's already up secret.
Worst weapon for the job here.
Yeah, but low. Apex isn't looking, ZywOo is. Oh, and he knows. Starting to warm into this one, the quarterfinals. The desk were talking about it. It has to be ZywOo. Oh, and the compulsory component is beheaded. Where's this one headed to? From Perfecto, would need the full ace. Bomb available to him. A smoke for good measure. That was main denied. And another one to scoop on up.
Yeah, it could go anywhere here. If he wants to go down to heaven, he can. If he wants to go down secret towards lower, that's an option too. 40 seconds on the clock, so plenty of time for Perfecto to work. And I know it's a 1-on-3 situation, but he's been great in the clutch previously. Still has another smoke, a molly, a flash in his hands. And as we start to piece this one together, he's making his way up heaven. First fight will have to be against the site player here.
Suitor to be tested. Dumps the util for the fight. Set up. What a snappy headshot. Masuta a compulsory trade and sweat off the brow.
Yeah, keeping it expensive though. The magic number of 3. They're able to get those kills. They're able to force Vitality into a situation where the buys aren't going to be easy. The AWP as well. It's marooned in Warehouse, but this was Apex. I asked to see it and we got it straight away. The first gun round, he steps up, he passes that test, and then it's up to ZywOo just to get a couple of clean and easy ones here to close the door on this. Perfecto making the best of a bad situation, keeps it costly, and keeps both teams under pressure here financially. Back underway we go, and the smokes are already sailing on out. ZywOo and Apex again to be tested.
No AWP necessary. Simple already brought to his knees. Operating at 16-bit, very low on his descent, but it's Electronic with the opener.
They're so low though. Look at Bit, Electronic, Simple. They're all very, very low. Red HP for the 3 of them here. So they're having to rescind. They're having to take their time and play this number game. Bit in towards the vent. He's the key to this round. He's stopping the rotations. It gives Boomich a lot to work with here. Vitality are the ones who have to take some space back, and they're leaving ZywOo parked in towards Warehouse, Masuda towards ramp, and they're going to be scratching their heads as far as information goes.
That door is wide open. When Bit starts his project, they are all waiting on this rookie. He will have to make a noise. And it's going to be Boomich to try and distract as the project takes shape. Boomich descending, that's the bomb. NaVi are setting sights on the low site. Rotation held. Perfecto has their access to vents on lock.
There's still no one lower. It's the closest can be Masuta here. They should be able to get into the site for free.
ZywOo trying to get across. He's been spotted, and Simple can punish this. Oh, quick to find him.
Wait, Boomich is coming up secret with the bomb here. Time's a problem. This is falling apart for NaVi now. They need to make a decision.
Yeah, bomb. It is going to make its commitment. Boomich wants to come back up. 18, Kyojin. He's in transition. He's got Shox alongside. Oh, and the kills come through. Only Electronic, and it's short-lived. He could plant. No one there to receive him. Boomich trying to make something out of this one. Vitality for 2 consecutive. He hears you. They partner up. Trying to catch a timing. It's up to him, and it's going to be ZywOo. A pair of frags and a bomb to be defused. It will close that gap.
Nice stuff there from Vitality. You're right, they lost space, but they didn't just continue to move around the map here and chase their tail. They waited, and NaVi were the ones who were indecisive late. And that low HP factored into it, right? They can't jiggle peek their corners as much. They can't go for those risks. So NaVi, unfortunately, just by virtue of the HP, unable to get the room they were looking for. And Vitality, they step on up, they humble NaVi here, and they even force a bit of a timeout now. Looks like this one is a little bit of a tech. Boomich has just left the server. We'll get him back in ASAP.
Good to see the Retro Mouse Sports logo lives on. You guys have been fantastic. You have brought the energy to the Avicii Arena. And the whole world is watching. We've got to show them what Counter-Strike has got. And we've got you as well as world number 1 and 2 in the server, battling for a semi-final spot. It is juicy.
It's quite a treat here this evening. We're going to get some fireworks on this map, right? You're going to get one or two things, right? This was the conversation coming into this matchup. NaVi, they're either just going to wipe the floor with Vitality. That won't make the French fans too happy. Or it was going to be a banger, right? It was going to be the 3 maps. It was going to go the distance. You're going to get ZywOo versus Simple toe-to-toe, shocks in the clutch. Right now, from map number 1, I think we know which way this one's going. But Vitality starting off strong here early. 2 rounds for them, not too shabby. The NaVi contingent. It's been pretty noisy.
I don't know how many players, or rather fans, of NaVi are around, but I've seen more NaVi jerseys than anything else. And it's been a long rise to power for these guys. You heard from Simple, you know, accepting that he has to be a component of the team unit. Making his team stronger only benefits himself. And look at this corner. There's only one team you can support in that side of the arena.
Oh, tomorrow might get a little bit interesting. Gambit, and if NaVi win this one, Gambit versus NaVi might have them split.
Well, that was the head-to-head we saw the most of during the 2-year hiatus from our arena play.
Now we do have Boomich back in the server. The tactical timeout has been called, and that is going to be on the NaVi side of things, as you can see. They're just discussing their options here. Now the cash, it's not great. We've got Boomich on 5.1. Low-end bit here on 3K. So as far as the buy goes, they could probably make something work, but we'll take you through the highlights. You can see here, I want you to focus on the clock, right? You're seeing a lot of these kills come in with the final 15 seconds, and at that point, it's too little too late. Boomich doing his best in the clutch. That plant is great, and it has facilitated a force buy here. They bought on in. NaVi have gone all in here now. Simple's on a pistol, the same for Bit. Galil's and AKs for the rest, and it looks like they're just going to go for this standard util. Smoke all towards yard, Squeaky blown open. Lots of pressure from Boomich now.
Oh, ZywOo tested. It's Electronic, still trying to make space for his squad.
They're setting up top util right now. They might hit or go down the vent.
Boomich, he swings straight through. Kept honest. That's a good double, but look at the chaos. It's working for NaVi. Light on weaponry. But the bomb site is theirs. And they're going down. Simple with the bomb.
Noisy about that. They will have heard.
How do they adjust? They're miles away. Perfecto's got the whole top site on lock. It'll
Both
have
from
to be ramp, and that's Simple readying himself for a headshot gallery. Tucks in. Steps are heard. Simple readies himself. And will he be cleared? It's up to Masuta here. Will he have a glance? He has. Simple's back is turned. Vitality for the retake in a 2v1. Perfecto. Hard work is done for him. The door is closed. He's going to have to win the 1v1. And Masuta again denies. He's comfortable today. And Vitality needed that. 3-3.
Got dicey there for a moment as well. ZywOo not the one closest to the bomb. Masuta didn't have the key. You saw in the 10-second defuse, but they handle it. They handle it there. And that top execute, you can see just how stifling it was. It happened so quick. They're still worried about the rotations. They get run over, but they step up in the clutch. And 3-3 now. This is the point where NaVi, right, they just went all in. They just went for a force buy. They got the 2,900 as the loss bonus coming into the next. They can take another partial purchase here, but the French fans starting to make a bit of noise now.
They just have to remember that NaVi defense is so hard to break. Every round they post here is going to be seen as compulsory when we do swap sides, wall of smokes. Oh, and straight through. Apex again contributes heavily. You said to keep your eyes on him, and he has delivered so far.
So they want to try and split through this smoke here, but the problem is it's going to start fading very shortly. Need to make a decision right now, NaVi. Crossing through an Apex. He's hanging around.
Oh, he's got another on an adventure. Simple down and out. Falling into place now. Will they expect Boomich? I mean, if he goes down, that's the bomb and the round.
Yeah,
so
spotted, isolated.
He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, he's allowed to retreat only for a moment. White screen, no fun for him. And playtime's cancelled for NaVi.
Cleanest round yet from Vitality here, looking like to keep everybody alive. Just Perfecto, last man standing, chipped on down, and while the pressure's coming on through, Apex and ZywOo in tandem making their way around the world to back a lobby here. It's just a matter of time for this one. Handling business, and Kyojin handles Perfecto there. Just going through the paces right now, Vitality, and Apex is stepping up, right? As soon as he gets silenced towards Yard, we will have to ask a couple of questions, but so far so good, right? He's getting the room, he's getting the kills. It's great to grab the easy ones through the smoke like that.
You've watched a lot of NaVi Nuke. I mean, Electronic, he's pretty stubborn with his Yard presence, right?
Yeah, the thing is they have so many maneuvers where they can opt to back off of it, and I think especially so because they're getting this vent control with Bit. Right? The fact that they are getting the vent control means that they can opt for different avenues, and they could try and test Masuda over towards ramp, and as I mentioned that, well, he's got company of Shox here. Looks like ramp aggression from Shox, they're pushing.
Oh, he's going through. Bit's ready for him. Slaps him straight out of the round. Get out of this aggress. He's pushed straight trophy. That was ballsy from Shox, and now they have to stomach a 4v5 disadvantage early. Gap in the smoke. ZywOo versus Electronic, and he will not let that slip. Kyojin again, deleted. Simple's having none of it. Post his second, starting. Oh, that's a good clear. Yeah, Boomich, his favorite spot on the map, and he's been plucked from the pack now, 3-on-3, and it looks like a commitment. The utility implies as such. ZywOo has committed to the site, forced wide, it's head-to-head. Perfecto, oh, takes him with the flames, and Apex secures a fifth.
Huge round. That is a huge round right there. All the pressure they were under, the kills they got back. Massive stuff from Vitality now.
Oh, he's starting to sing and dance. When the French start singing on the comms, it's a bad sign for the opponent. Timeout called. This is the second already. NaVi are starting to feel flustered.
Yeah, that round was great from them, right? They get the opening again here, but going in towards the top side, I think the reason they were lulled into that, Shox dies early. They handled that situation. Really thinking at a different level right now, Vitality. They're well aware of what hits are going to be coming on through, where the weaknesses would have been identified in the prep. And NaVi with this timeout, they have a lot to discuss because, again, right, max loss bonus. At this point, they've lost 5 on the trot. They can take a half buy again, and it has been close in some of these half buy environments here, but where haven't they tested? We haven't seen them go towards ramp just yet early, right? No huge amount of presence. It's been a lot through Yard, a lot through topside. See what they're buying in here again. Some smokes for the walls, flashes to help with the execute, nade to blow open the door here. Could be a gear shift, right? Really test Kyojin. Go hard top, take the fight to him. Looks like we won't be getting any of that here. Bit solo lobby, the rest setting up towards Yard.
It's a lot of responsibility as the lobby holder. Bit's been fantastic in Nuke history.
Looks like they're just going to try and get across towards Secret here. Stalling him out. ZywOo drops a molly. That's going to bleed 7 seconds off the clock, but through. Electronic taking a handful of damage right there. They are down towards lower. Apex this time. He's responded to this. So everywhere across the map, Apex stepping up in terms of reading the game. That molly's going to be great, buying them even more time now to answer some questions.
Apex is actually advancing on this. He really wants to make this hurt, and he does chip further away at this half buy. Incendiary. Oh. Another one arrives. That's knowledge for NaVi. 2 CTs are waiting for you.
Yeah, they've been denied here. This is unusual for them. Normally they're able to get this space. You're not going to expect 2 down there so early with that, but Bit trying to keep Squeaky under control. Mollies as well. They're still coming lower.
Apex has got a nice little gap on this, and he's looking good for the first. Allowed to retreat. They're running him down, and they will at least find that, but running out of players here and health. Boomich to try and get that bomb down. Simple's been gifted the AK. Can he come up clutch? They can't deny the plant. A 2-on-4 already peppered. Simple. 4 frags required from him. His teammate Boomich only operating with a scrap of health, and he's ready for Kyojin. Head on a swivel. Simple. He's already seen 1 in the feed from his teammate. Doable, perhaps. 2-on-4, bomb ticking, half gone. Gap closed, Simple to strike, the doors are wide open, he's ready for you. He takes the jewel, Masuda shuts him down, and that will do nicely.
Another round handle here for Vitality. We're seeing how sketchy this is getting in moments, but they're just stepping up to the pressure here. This is good, right? This is really good from them. They're actually having a lot of fight in this scenario here. Right, in those situations, it looks like it could be close, but if you just take a look at the details, smoke the bomb, sit the defuse, keep the 2 players busy, you can see which way it's going, right? You can see the logical conclusion of the round. So NaVi, again, they've got the bomb down. They kept it interesting at least, and now they're into the rifles here. No T-side AWP, but the same to be said for Vitality. They're just going to both be operating with AK-47s and M4A1S in the hands. But what's the mix-up going to be? NaVi have been held to 3 rounds now, and Electronic with a chance here. He goes down. Apex with more impact, gets the first, but needs to get away.
They got support. ZywOo in tow. Apex does escape and already seizing that man advantage.
NaVi are really on the back foot here. This is starting to hurt. Apex is always in the right place at the right time, right? The level of impact he's having with 9 kills and his position, the util he's dropping, it's 6 in a row now. And NaVi are limping at this point. They've been able to keep the cash honest here, but they need a round, they need something, and they turn their attention back towards Yard. ZywOo hasn't had to move. He's still tucked in towards Secret, Shock's in towards Main. Right? They still have a lot of information here. Vitality know what is under their control, and it's everything other than lobby.
Simple.
Timing is spotted.
Spotted you on the prowl. ZywOo was noted on Secret. And Bit descending the vent. ZywOo will acknowledge pressure everywhere. Shox does fall. Yard is lost. And oh my god, he goes unchecked. He'll take them both. That's huge from ZywOo. NaVi, that was their best bet in some time, Chad, and it's just been rumbled. He's got the bomb on the right side of the smoke. They're coming from both angles. Simple relieves all of that pressure. Apex is down to Clown as well, though.
2 in the lower side. NaVi, what are you going to do? 24 seconds left. Smoke, you have to get a move on. You have to make a choice.
As it fades, Apex is actually worried about the top side. They can sneak in. Suter.
He's looked away.
Ready. Oh, he averts his gaze. He's fallen. NaVi, the elusive 4th round, perhaps within their grasp now. Door, loud, looking the wrong way, and Apex again for Vitality. He is delivering when it matters most in front of the Avicii Arena. This will extend Vitality's defensive haul.
Huge stuff again. Huge stuff again. He's been opening rounds, he's closing rounds, he's getting it done. ZywOo, of course, we have to credit him. Wolf in Sheep's closing right there. Well, beautiful stuff.
What's their Nuke win streak again? 16, was
16 in a row, and the scoreline right now, 7-3. The last time NaVi lost this map was all the way back in May. Back in May.
Well, Dan Matisclair doesn't care. So far, so good for the Apex Predator. Look at him smirking. He knows what he's doing.
Casual stuff, right? Casual stuff here. Well, the bomb goes down again, and we get back underway. But right now, NaVi, you need to find some answers here. You are getting destroyed, dismantled, taken apart, and this man on your screen is a big component of that.
He wants some more, Chad.
He's going to get flashed forward. He wants to fight here. You can see them prepping it, lining it up. Here it comes.
Timing's good. Striking through. It's Electronic, though, and he does get the best of him.
This is a change, an opening kill the other way for a start.
And they are aware there's a second component to Yard. That's typically the Woo.
Perfecto's taken some liberties towards ramp as well here. There's a smoke that he's dealing with, but you can see that he's having an idea of leering forward here. They can regroup, and last time they went to hit top site, and Vitality stacked it. So this time they might consider something a little bit different. So much util, so much time.
Pressure for Shox. What's his reaction? Mantles up the boxes, maintains vision from the flashes, and Masuta's got so much on his plate. He gives it up. Molotov'd off. He stands. He wants to get info. They aren't yet through. Electronic has been fumbled and foiled, so there's legs to this now with ramp lost. The low site undefended as it stands. Bit has your vent rotate locked.
They're coming to clear him. This is on Bit right now. They're coming to clear out this position.
If they can get him, they can get down the vent. He's holding it so well, but Masuta steps up again. Bomb plant. NaVi now at a man disadvantage, and Shox is already here. He's cleared out the control room. Boomich was loud about that headshot angle. Just the tip of the dome. Perfecto strikes. This has to be NaVi's. Masuta surely got nothing left.
Not planted for him.
Not anymore. And another one from Simple. Strings together the double. ZywOo is deleted. And Simple comes out to play. First time we've seen his name in the feed in a large capacity. NaVi finally break their silence.
That could have got so dicey right there. The bomb was planted on the other side, right? For Decon's side. So if they were able to get a smoke on the bomb, they were able to get some bodies out there. But this is Simple. He realizes this, and you can see he's taking the fight. He's thrust forward. In this situation, if it was planted differently, he wouldn't need to go about it like this. But Simple showing us what he's got on that AK-47 and gets the first round. That's been 7 in a row right now from Vitality, and NaVi finally bounced back. One more round and they'll break the French here.
Oh, Simple, flirting with some aggression. Nades are high,
Nice
flashbangs in. Oh, Bits taken down Simple. It could be a disaster. He's done the damage. Sights open. Apex surely dead. The nade to finish the job. Gets away with it. Only for a second. They are so low. ZywOo, barrel spotted. He's been rumbled, but he wants to keep fighting.
He's coming up the vent.
Yeah, Masuta might have to do a lot here. The attention's drawn elsewhere.
They're not looking.
They're not looking. A double from Masuta. And a one-on-one established. There's so much time on the clock. Perfecto, the god of Dust 2. He had 29 frags in the first map, taking Vitality's away.
ZywOo's dropped in. He might not expect this. The AWP is in the site now.
Oh, now he does. Spots him out. ZywOo tested in a large capacity. An audible reload. ZywOo crawls closer with the AWP. And he's ready for it. Perfecto pulls NaVi's 5th. Out of the hat, ZywOo falls. So aggressive of him to close that gap.
He was pressured, he had no choice. He had to either push Hut or go for the kill, and he knew exactly where Perfecto was. You think about this, if Perfecto goes towards Hut, ZywOo gets behind him, he takes the space and changes that entire round. But that's another round right there, and look, just enough residual cash here for Vitality to get out some M4s. There will be a mission. You can see Shox, he's having it down to the MP9. Kyojin's into the Deagle. They've got a little bit of util. There's a defuse kit in play, but this is the chance for NaVi to flip the script of this first half. They can put themselves in the driver's seat if they're able to grab this round right now.
This could be the recovery. A boost thrown into the mix. And
this is
Electronic,
different.
yeah, he's going to be spotted, deleted over the smoke. What a setup.
Thinking on their feet here. That one looked rehearsed, right? They were ready for that. Now Boomich has taken that space. He's been a thorn in the side when Electronic has gone down. Will they expect the second man?
Ooh. Apex, he's at least considering his options. They know they've foregone the info. High flash to have some insight into Yard. And oh, Boomich, he's been spotted out. Doesn't find the element of surprise. It's ZywOo instead. NaVi looking to flip the script, but they'd be doing it 3v5 now, 3v4. Apex, they'll have heard him. Descending into the site.
ZywOo's here.
He's already arrived. He's ready to rock and or roll. Safe from the flames. Will he be cleared? How switched on is Simple.
This is huge. They're not going to expect ZywOo here.
Apex the distraction, now they strike Simple. Handed one between the eyes, it's all Bit. A double kill into this one. Bomb ticking, he's been spotted out, he needs to survive. It's all onto Bit. Vitality set for an ace, but Bit keeps hitting shots. A problem now, bomb to be defused. Oh, so close to an utter masterclass from the rookie. He's got ice in his veins, Chad, but ZywOo stops him before it gets out of control. My God.
That was nuts. That was some sharp shooting from Bit there. What a performance from him. Could have turned that round on their head there, but Vitality, they survived with one, and the cash, it's so fragile here. That round, it could have been the difference maker. That is a chance for NaVi to come back and win the half. Now, Vitality have done exactly that. 8 rounds to their name. They keep their head above water. They give the French here something to cheer about. If you want this to go a third, you need to get alive for them right now because they're still up against it. NaVi on the CT side are a force to be reckoned with, and they can buy once more.
Vitality would have bit your arm off for 8. It could be more. Keeping this T-side humble. Aggression out of Boomich, slipping into that T-side vent. Shox his responsibility. He does have support. Oh, pressure's high. Drive by, equal exchange. Oh! Electronic with a 180. He takes them all down, and only Apex. He saved them once, but surely won't save them again. Close, so close to establishing that 1v1.
Look at the pace change there. NaVi aren't letting up. Vitality just get through another clutch situation. They go towards that top side again. They pressure Kyojin. They know he's having a hard time there. They know. 4 kills for him. It's not an easy side to hold, and that pressure point now, it's been really felt. Vitality, the margins that they've got through these rounds, they're left with nothing. Kyojin has 1.7, Shox, Masuta, they have 1.4, ZywOo has the most. ZywOo's the only one with a rifle going into the last round here. And a timeout is called the first here. The first timeout called the fans, they can smell blood. This is looking like an 8-7 half here. And you saw what happened after the last 8-7 half. NaVi just ran away with things. They closed it down. They shut up shop. They said, no, 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 this is ours. And they're looking to do it again.
In NaVi's mind, there's nothing to celebrate about a quarter-final. There's only one result they came to Stockholm in pursuit of.
They Get through this. Gambit next. All the tests for NaVi here. ZywOo to kick things off. Gambit. Shiro on the other side of the server against Simple, waiting for things tomorrow.
Chad, it's just one rifle. It's in the hands of back-to-back world number one. And yard space is taken. NaVi have got so much room to maneuver.
No one's lower, and they're not even going to be able to respond to this. Bit's going to have vent control. This is the perfect round right now for NaVi. The bomb's across, they're down, they have that vent rotation. Masuda's gotten here in time, but he's made a sound cue. This is going to be heard.
They could fly up to that top side. NaVi love to play these wicked games. Simple to clear out where they heard that sound cue. Wow, delivers on the deke. The bait and switch is in.
Bomb's loose.
ZywOo gets the double, and there's more to come. It's Bit that bails NaVi out of trouble.
3-on-3 now. Plenty of time for this. They can take their time, NaVi. They can work this one out. Color by numbers.
I mean, there's no kit, right? If that bomb goes down, it's curtains for Vitality. The M4, though, has fallen back into a Frenchman's hands. And rejigging that bomb back to the top side.
Apex getting a lot of info here. If they head back towards the top side, Shox and Kyojin haven't moved. And Apex, he's hot on the trail. He's sniffing him out. This could be the difference maker here. Their backs are going to be turned. They won't expect him so quick.
Apex strikes, and down goes another.
He's done enough. He can drop back. They can play the number advantage here. 30 seconds left.
Vitality, the one rifle. Two more. And he's been spotted. Kyojin tested too much. It's solved by Shox. Only one man now, and he's gone down. What a recovery from Vitality. A double out of ZywOo. Apex takes a crucial frag to delay. That's 9. Not a bad CT haul, Chad.
Huge round, like huge half from Apex, right? Every time he was on his screens, he was finding impact. 15 kills in total, ZywOo with 18, right? That's what you need, this combination of the two. And now if Shox can come alive here, that's the third component. Masuda's been doing what he can. Kyojin, we knew he was going to have a rough time coming into this map. 9-6 with the pistol round here. If you can get this as Vitality, you set yourself up to take us to that third, an unlikely third.
It's definitely what the desk discussed as well. We talked about ZywOo having to deliver to the superstar standard. Well, so far so good. 18 frags in the bank. 7 MVP starts, because you know that's a metric we like to talk about. 2
sets of Julies here on the pistol. Boomich and Perfecto have brought those out with armor. Electronic has facilitated this. Let's see what they have in store. Perfecto solo top. It's going to be a fast ramp, but they've stacked it. They've stacked ramp.
They're in the right place, but can they find the right shots? ZywOo's heating up, and that good connections. They respond with 2 of their own. Electronic under a lot of pressure. There's fights all over the map. Perfecto takes down Shox. And Vitality are running out of players here.
They're scrambling now. They need to hit this kill. They need to kill Electronic now.
Bits there, perfect in support. The hunt collected, but Masuda, he's got no hope. No hope at all. Pressure from every angle. And that's the end of that. NaVi, 3 players ready to receive the ramp rush.
Yeah, reading them like a book right there. The fact that they have that stack over towards that side of things, completely dealing with that scenario. Bit of a tech issue here.
All of the games they've played up until this point didn't have this in front of them.
We've been missing this. 2 years without all your beautiful smiling faces in front of us, coming on in to celebrate some of the best Counter-Strike players in the world. And we'll say it again, you have 2 of the very best right in front of you here again. This doesn't happen. When does this happen, to have 2 players like this to put on their very best? Here's one of them.
And he's taken Simple's coveted #1 spot in the HLTV player standings in back-to-back years.
Gone for the force by here, Vitality. This is a chance where they can still have a conversation. Looks like they want to set up for a top pop. Perfecto from the top rope needs to deal with this.
Oh,
they're coming out the timing. They're just creeping in.
He just looked away. Here they come. He's ready to play. 18 bullets up against the whole French squad. And it won't cut it, but Simple will. Slices through. There's a third. Bomb loose, round 1.
Easy as that. Just Shox now, 1-on-4 situation. We need an absolute miracle of a round right here to make anything happen. No space to work with. They've locked down top. They're on top of the bomb, and a sound cue required. Going to be plenty more of that this weekend if this form from NaVi keeps up. You're going to need to be louder. This team have come to play. 3-0 in the first stage. The last 2 lands that we've had in the last 2 years, NaVi have been your champion, but now this is different. This is what it's all about, the majors. And Shox takes his time. He gets flashed off. I think they're already starting to work out where he is. Playing off of each other here. NaVi not taking anything for granted. Footsteps heard, elevated position, and this one should be closed on out. 30 HP remains, jumps on in, Electronic gets the kill. And now this should be a bit of a freebie here, right? This right now, Fight of Vitality, they're not going to be able to invest too much, right? Maybe an upgrade into a P250. You're going to see them on a full eco. This will be one of the easier rounds for NaVi. So on their side of things, you want to keep this clean. Everybody needs to stay alive, make sure they don't get that bomb down. They've actually jumped in with some meat cleavers here, Vitality. They've gone for deagles across the board. So this one will get a little bit more interesting than I originally thought.
Not going to completely concede. Round 18, map 2, final quarterfinal. Vitality looking to reverse sweep. NaVi undefeated on Nuke since May. And there may be Electronic farming frags, 3 in quick succession. Knocks them down. This one puts all the deagles to rest before they even get to pull the trigger.
Yeah, the deagles came out. You want to get something out of them, right? You've all invested $700. They still have plenty of cash to buy, but you know, just for the confidence sake and spamming the bodies, Boomage with the BM, letting them know, but this is where it needs to change. Vitality in that first map of play coming in the second half, they were blanked, right? They had a really hard time getting things underway. Vitality now, they cannot have the same thing happen. They need to start getting activated here early within this. Now ZywOo, he's gone into the AK, doesn't want the glass cannon AWP. It's a bonus round on the other side of things. 3 Famises, an MP9 in play, just 1 M4 A1. So this is a complete bonus round. Let's see how they want to operate here. Deep Molly sails through, Stall Shox out on his crawl. Standard utility from both sides. Molly's hot, Smoke squeaky, keep them at bay, hold them back. Force Vitality to sit and wait. Electronic again, he likes this elevated position here. Deep nade on the timing, and Shox, stoic as you like, hasn't moved a muscle. Slow start to the rounds here.
We've seen this before. But Vitality, after holding for any initial aggressions, are set to... Ooh, interesting. Quick.
Thank you very much.
Changing of the weaponry.
Here comes the smoke wall.
He should have vision over this. Silo, though. Apex spots and forces him out. That will give some room for the cross.
Looks like they want to split top here. They're close towards main.
Wow, Shox is accelerated. Straight down the secret stairs.
Smoke's going to fade any second now.
Trying to catch her timing. Trying to catch her back turned. And as it fades, he's been spotted. He does take down ZywOo, kept even. They got some control now in a very large capacity. Kyojin responsible for lobby. Apex wrapping around. Bit knows it's a possibility. And that might force him further forward into Kyojin. A big headshot.
20 seconds.
They have to find that site.
If they head lower, there's already a player down there.
No.
Boomage can deny all of this.
The clock could be their worst enemy. So much success, but with 14 seconds, he just has to play the clock and strikes for the first 10. If he can stop that plant, it's curtains. He's got an avenue in. 5, planting now, and they've been able to get it down. Panic surely over. Perfecto, not gonna give up without a fight.
Knows where both
he
are.
knows where Masuta lingers. Doesn't have to give it to him. Expecting the walk up, and Masuta, shy of this first, walking in their blind spot. On taking a very rapid ray. Perfecto! Oh! So close! Vitality hold on, and they can thank Shox for that.
Whew, that got so close there. Just the awareness. He knew exactly where both players were, took his time, forced the fights, kept it close, but Vitality, they've done exactly what they needed to do. Get on the board early. They needed to get one here early, and that's going to be the first gun round going their way. It's another close round, another clutch scenario. These rounds are coming down to the details here, but remember, that was a NaVi bonus, right? They didn't have to invest a lot. The MP9, the Famises carried on through. They can buy again. If anything, Vitality are the ones going to be struggling here. It's going to have to be Galil's, right? Kyojin, Masuta, Apex likely to have Galil's in a round like this, so they're the ones who have the worst buy, even with the round win. Simple's got the AWP out, and this is where he starts to do his best work as a rotator.
There's no one that holds yard like these two.
Same approach here, just the default approach again from Vitality, just the spread, taking it slow, waiting for pushes. No funny business coming their way. This protocol utility, the mollies, the smokes, it's dropped, leveling out the playing field here. But what's the difference maker going to be this time? They dropped back, they did the smokes, they took the space, they had an exchange, and they played out the mid-run, but Electronic thrust forward. They're taking room here. This is huge.
This is a change-up. This could rumble it all. Wall of smokes is something, but you got to get through Electronic. Oh my God! From way downtown, Galil up against the AWP, but he takes it easy. That's something special out of Apex, and he's given him a way in.
That was huge.
I can't.
That was huge. Boomich could get 2 here, the smoke. He's on the cusp.
Okay, first, not quite the second. Zywoo very quick to react, and now with the bomb on his back, they can take their time. 45, a 2-man advantage. Cool your jets. Piece this together. No one from NaVi, as I say that, I see a dissent. It's Bit flirting with the idea.
Might even be opting for the save here. I know it doesn't seem like the juicier prospects in this one here, but the fact they've already lost lower, they're going to hear these footsteps now, especially as they're noisy over towards the window room. If they can get the AWP back, that's what they've been communicated right now. Go get the AWP back, get it in Simple's hands, we'll save it, and we'll have another crack here, but Vitality are finding themselves on 11 rounds.
And can we just take 1 extra second to discuss why that AWP is lying idle by that blue bin?
That shot was mental with the Galil, right? It's not the AK. It's not the step out and get the 1 bullet to the head. With that Galil, you heard the multiple just bullets rain into his head. It was huge. But if Vitality have an idea, if they know that this AWP is carried on through, if they know that they want to give it to their Superman of Simple, they might consider a bit of a chase here. The problem is the fragility of the economy here. In this type of situation, you'd love to see them go for the hunt. You'd love to see them try and take it away. But they're going to be safe about it. They're going to take their time. They're going to keep their AKs. Remember, I said they came into this with Galils. I thought that was going to be the problem for them. Turns out, Apex has been bracking his. That is a huge shot. That is a showstopper right there. And as soon as Simple goes, they have a good idea of the setup, right? Because there was still another man. Electronic was still there. It's 11 rounds now. Starting to build up some steam, some momentum. Apex trying to get the crowd. This is huge. Like right now with where the money's at the save guns, you're going to get NaVi again into something that resembles a buy. But one more here, and without a save, Vitality can take control of this game. It's really happening.
We've got a bit of a battle of the chants here in the Avicii Arena. Well, Vitality are working tooth and nail to extend play.
This might be fast. Shox hasn't bought any utility in as a Mac 10. They might want to change the pace here.
All right, looking for ramp. That is Bit's domain, and he's right up and ready. Ready to mow him down, and it's full Bit 3! Knocks off heads, there's nothing left for Masuta. Vitality's plans foiled by the rookie and the superstar for good measure.
Huge, absolutely insane. The pace change, and he steps up like that. 3 massive kills. We've seen somebody do that before, and he's the man who filled those shoes.
You're right, that was a flamey Katowice special.
That is massive. They want to target him, right? They're hoping with this pace change, and look at this, just lining him up, knocking him down, coming through grey screen, get out of his ramp. That's a bounce back here, and they get to double digits. NaVi with 10.
And he has the audacity to be upset he didn't get 4.
Oh, he wanted a few more, didn't he? But a pace change again here, fast towards Yard. This time, it's not going to be the slow Vitality. They got some pep in their step, the smoke wall. It hasn't been rumbled. Electronic won't get a lot out of this.
Zywoo. Aggressive AWPing. What is that? Peeks straight over. Sits Electronic down, and Shox has just caught a long-range headshot as well. That's a recovery.
This is massive, 3-on-5 situation, so much time. The pace change, it didn't work last time, but this time with a little bit more of an organized play, they've got an avenue towards lower. Simple drops the smoke, trying to bide some time here, but they're still coming.
The T-side AWP, Zywoo. Bests it.
They just park the bus now, take their time. They're even juggling across utility. We've got Shox above them, over towards that warehouse position. They're covering their flank. They're hoping the fights come their way. But this is all going to come down to the positioning of NaVi. Is Simple going to take some space? Is he going to look for a fight? Because they need to identify where this is coming from. If he continues to play from this position and they go towards lower, they have smokes and mollies. He'll be completely negated. He has to push in or he won't have a chance.
Final conversation had. Utility juggled. Shocks will be a late component to all of this. And it is really simple, Zorb. As discussed, he does have to force forward because here come the nades. What's his reaction? He will stand, try and deliver. Burns down to 36.
I think that's it.
And that should be it.
There's no way in this. It's 3-on-5, but look at this space. Look at Shocks. He could take this all the way.
And he knows what he has. The prized possession for the NaVi defense. This hunt will be laborious.
His teammates have just called lobby clear, but there is a bit of a timing on this. Doors are getting opened. They need to usher Simple out. It doesn't sound like a lot, but where the cash is at, NaVi, they're hurting. They need to keep this alive.
Oh, okay, already they activate. It's some information for Vitality, but they get him up to the T roof. Protect the president.
They need this, right? They desperately need this. The loss bonus right now for NaVi is only 1,400, right? So they're going to only get 1,400 in again. If they lost any guns in that environment, they would have been in a rough spot. Perfecto could drop, Simple could do the same, right? This is going to change the landscape of their buy. Otherwise, they lose a couple more guns. It's going to be very, very rough again, but Vitality continue to grind this out, and that was through 2 big opening kills. That man on your screen, ZywOo, stepping up here again. 21 kills for ZywOo now. Apex trailing not far behind, 18 kills. And Kyojin still having a rough time of this here, but it could all be forgotten. They're in the driver's seat. They don't need him right now. 12-10, and this game is going to continue with the back and forth, the timeout taken. NaVi's third. Blade back on the mic, a chance here to set them up. Now, do they want to take the fight? Do they want to go aggressive? Do they want to sit on back and try and play out these rotations? Because once again, 16 in a row for NaVi on this very map. This should have been theirs, closing things down 2-0, and now they're under the pump. They're feeling the pressure here.
ZywOo 3-1 in opening duels and a big one to put 12 on the board. They're 4 away from putting the first loss in that column of Nuke for NaVi in some time. Doing it the hard way. Dust 2. They fall short. Let's go, round 23. Apex on his signature position at this point. I'd be scared to peek him too.
Yeah, well, Electronic's playing very, very safe towards back of warehouse. He's no longer going to be a pivot man, right? He's more like a safety net. So Electronic right now is going to play quite a safe position and try and catch them on the lurk. Simple, he's going to be very key in this where he rotates with the AWP. Pressure towards Bit to lock down this ramp position, and then on Perfecto and Boomich holding top. It's all going to come down to the timing of these rotations. Utility already being bled through here. NaVi are quite light on, and Simple's posted up.
He's in the right place, Chad. Exactly where he needs to be. Vitality. Oh, he gets the info. It's ZywOo on Simple action, and he's been humbled. Operating at 3 HP. He sticks around. Has to hold this for the squad, but Vitality are having none of it.
Looks like they're setting up for a top execute. They know where Simple is. They're trying to go the opposite side here. Boomich up the vent, needs to be careful here. His position noted as well.
Smokes.
40 seconds. Simple's getting into top side. He needs to drop in, but they're trying to molly that position. He might just get mollied out.
He's going to be safe from the molly now with 35 seconds. This is getting sketchy. He's so hungry for a frag, Chad, at 3 HP. He's the first line of defense. He's ready for this, and he will strike. Kyojin falls, Simple doing everything in his power
20
to
seconds
put
now.
an 11th on the board. So light on
Down
time.
the vent.
Down the vent they go.
They get Boomich, they're in.
Oh, all onto Bit, all onto Bit. He falls short. ZywOo again, combat AWPing. And the bomb goes down just in the nick of time. Shox is not anticipating this, but they're already off to disappear.
They're saving again. They're saving again. NaVi have no answers. NaVi have no answers at all here. Simple can't do anything. He's so low. Perfecto hoping that he's going to be able to get away as well. Oh, and in the back, he just gets the kill. The upgrade's nice, but this is dire now for NaVi. Their loss mode is only starting to build at this point of the game. It's going to be 13-10. That's not where you want to be at all. What a maneuver there. They realize where the AWP is. They go down the vent. They were trying to avoid Simple, and he met them everywhere. And Boomich was even in the vent. Boomich in the vent there, that kill that they got dropping into that was the round defining kill once they dropped it. And then there was still Bit to deal with, but they just make it look easy.
Okay, Vitality came to play today. Fist bumps exchanged. We are at the very pointy end of our second map. Ride or die, looking to push it to 3, Vitality. Up against NaVi. They've posted 4 in the last 5 rounds of play. Virtue of bomb explosion more often than not. Let's go.
Again, they get the guns out, these saves. They've been able to manage this quite well, but they have to put up a fight now. We will see NaVi start going for retakes. A pace change again, and low. Apex is brought on down. Has to cower away.
He's very ambitious. The fact he just continues to swing wide, he was so susceptible. But time to rejig it, and at least he can hold on to his nades. He has a full belt of util that could have been thrust to the floor had he fallen. You can see he's going to establish high vantage point.
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there. The world is watching, Apex. Get it right the second time. Thank you.
But they're up, and they're continuing the same default here. Lining up some util.
You can actually see just in his gameplay that they're having a conversation.
Yeah, he's thinking through the round, where they want to go. The smoke wall's being lined up here again. Right? They knew that Electronic was in a bit more of a passive position, so now they're hoping to play with this CT side rotate. They're hoping to force somebody towards the lower side. Simple back towards ramp again here, so that AWP is really hunkering on down, hoping they head over towards him. Perfecto and Bit, they've got other options here. Boomich is already lower.
These smokes are worth their weight in gold now, as the wall of smoke has established a very shallow one.
It's all a bit of a ruse here. They're going back towards lobby. They're going to try and brute force through Squeaky Door. Is it the vent drop or is it the top hit?
30 seconds, Boomich red-faced after Masuta's last frag. Can they do it again? He's got the pressure of dealing with Secret as well. A big nade to convert.
They're out.
And they're just walking into the top side. Unchecked, Electronic post the double. Oh, and no hope, surely, with 15 left. A 2v5. Shox and ZywOo partner up.
Go.
They're charging in. Another quick one out of ZywOo. 8 seconds. He doesn't have the bomb and he doesn't have a prayer. NaVi, they are holding this together, and their light buys, finally, they might actually get everything they desire.
That was really dangerous right there. It looked fantastic, right? You're thinking maybe they go for another vent drop. You can see Shox coming down Secret. The timing on that, if he equals Boomich in the vent, they're into the site. They've really done their homework here, Vitality. You can see the way that they're putting this rotation under scrutiny, and they're only going to take their second timeout. They're the ones who have been in the driver's seat for the majority of their second half. They have enough money to buy again. Only player going to be a little bit short on is going to be Kyojin. The rest can get the AKs out, so there's no dramas here as far as the purchases go, and they're maneuvering across the map very well. If it comes down to these final throws time and time again, look at that, just the timing on that, right? The timing on that from Bit. And at this point, they're just waiting. You can see NaVi being very patient about this. Electronic sitting in a corner getting 2 kills. That's all you need to do right here. Kyojin's into a Tech 9, that's the best he can buy. A Galil for Shox, but the AKs for the rest. And this right now could be a defining factor because both teams lost bonuses in the bin.
Wall of smoke's established much earlier this time. Electronic will be staring at them. Oh, maybe more than stare. Shox braved across straight through. You can see that Boomich has acknowledged that.
Very early as well. They're aware that this gap has been there now. More smokes drop and biding their time again. Vitality, they have no issues sitting and waiting. And now that they have map control, now that they have Shox across and under, NaVi are the ones who have to respond.
They're rejigging their defense. The dispatch simple to ramp. And Bit heading up to contribute top side. They expect it coming this way, and they're not back. They're not far off. Kyojin loses his life, accelerating into the crosshairs of Bit. 3 hearts. Ooh, still beating. Masuta loses the bomb. NaVi starting to find their own voice down the vents and at least some space. Boomich will have heard that. And Simple's there in support. Good luck, have fun. First is a FAMAS, and ZywOo thrust into an impossible scenario. Looking to make a name for himself, and 2 of the 5. That will be 12.
That's a huge round. That's a huge round as far as the economy is concerned right now, denying the plant. The context of this game, NaVi, they were stumped, but now for Vitality, they've actually gone back to that same CT setup a couple of rounds. They're expecting that top hit. They've been preparing for it. They're putting Simple in a position where he can lock down ramp or rotate lower. They're making sure they have so many rifles. There's been at least 3 bodies towards the top side to defend. And look what it's done. Vitality now, they're back down to pistols here. This is not the time where you want to be there. This is going to be 13-13 unless someone steps up with some bangers of shots here.
There should be nothing to be written in the Vitality chapter.
4 of them here. Oh!
That's a quick find. Apex tucked in tight.
Spotted.
As well. Oh, a little run boost for some flamboyance. It's quickly solved. Double spray down. ZywOo's Deagle trying to be stylish with it. Humble to 35 as the final bullets do come in. We are all tied up. No one knows how this one ends. We got 6 rounds to find out.
It's 3 pretty clean ones in a row right there. Right, NaVi is starting to take care of business. Right, that one there definitely so. We knew the pistols were in play. But we're at the business end now, and that's why you see another timeout taken here. Xtaz has 2 more opportunities, including this one right now, to get on the mic and change this, because Vitality are the ones who look like they're scrambling at this point. They did such a good job. I said they're playing with the rotation, but it's just this setup change. Can they identify what's changed? Boomage is straight towards lower. Late in the round, Simple rotates ramp. They put Bit towards top. They have 3 rifles topside. If they go for a yard crawl, if they try and take some space, that could be the gap, because Simple's not overseeing business. But have they been able to identify that? It doesn't seem so.
Well, probably because in the back of their mind, they know Simple Electronic are not to be trifled with on yard. They're operating under that assumption. To find the answer, they'd have to be knocking on ramp late to hit the AWP. We've got a full 2-minute round established. Let's go. Early smokes. Electronic been loving this position. A very deep incendiary to buy time for the setup.
Four of them crawling behind this. That nade perfectly placed. Boom. So much damage done. They're going to get across.
More to come. His own intuition as to when to spray. He could ruin their day.
Starting to fade.
Oh, and they're still exposed. Apex booked. Electronic screaming down his microphone. Simple, get ready. And he will. Tucks down. Already the rotate heavy from NaVi. Electronic, a lot of responsibility. Oh! Nearly both. So much damage inflicted. Vitality now in a tailspin. Running out of answers. Already the rotation, it's so swift. Boomage bolsters the numbers at the top side. Bit ready to do the same. He might even have a look. He will. Oh, and they're lined up for him. The double spray down. NaVi set for success now. Only Kyojin. He's had a real nightmare here on the stage. The bomb detached from the pack. This will be NaVi returning to their win in ways. That's 4 in a row from the CTs in response. And
25 seconds.
How did they find Bit? 25 frags, Chad, quarterfinals of LAN.
This kid's
on the stage. I don't know how he's doing it so consistently.
Yeah, the death draw, the comparison to ZywOo, right? That's the last time we've seen somebody just hit the ground running like this. A Bit as a find to join the likes of Electronic and Simple. And then Perfecto in the last map had 29 kills. NaVi, this is the best looking NaVi we've ever seen. There's no doubt about that.
I mean, you've got to give credit to Blade. Coach of NaVi, he knows what he wants.
It's a miserable spot right now for Vitality. Here are their options. They force buy with roughly 3K on each player. And then next round, they're going to be looking at 3,400 as the loss bonus. The problem is, the score is 14-13. If they don't force buy now, if they don't half buy now, if they don't make this competitive, NaVi will be seizing 15. And in spawn, it's a classic French timeout. They're taking their time. There's some light upgrades there, but you can see the indecision, the pressure of this moment, making a choice right here, right now, being broken so late. There's nothing worse.
Oh, Vitality genuinely buying 10 seconds late, the decisions.
But AK in the hands of ZywOo. If you want him to step up, now's the time. Kyojin's dropped that across. He's the magic man. He's the big man in the server right here for Vitality, and he'll need to get an opening. If they head towards ramp, Simple again, lying in wait, Bit close enough. Nade looking good and timed perfectly. There it is, ZywOo down to half HP.
Oh, there's more to come, Chad. The nade is only the beginning. Simple and Bit combined. They repel the invaders. Nothing left for Vitality. The hero, AK, far deleted. More to come for Simple. He knows the pressure is on. He does swallow the flash, but he's got Bit to support him. And he takes 2 with the 1. Buy 1, get 1 free. NaVi. Oh, they're sailing towards the semis now, Chad. They can almost feel it. They can almost taste it. Semi-finals to be booked. Vitality, they really gave it all the beans. Look at this again from those two. Just bit and simple, the ramp hold. Bang!
Out of options, out of answers. Vitality now. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And here, the final round of play, potentially. Deep nade, Electronic with a change-up. He's been safe. He's dropped it on their heads. There's 4 coming, and look at this. Electronic looking to lock this one down now. Everybody towards Yard. Big gap in the smoke. This is it.
He can check, and they're looking the wrong way. You do see the trade. Again, Masuta delivers when it matters most. And there's a full 90 seconds. It looks like they want to reset this. Masuta, he is going to be the spearhead of the assault. He drops the bomb. Going to try and forge a path for the French to post the 14th and extend play.
Indecision late here. Util being lined up. I'm going to continue this jaunt towards Yard. Kyoji going to try and do his best towards lobby here to keep feet planted. Smokes are being lined up. Squeaky just denied. 45 seconds. Top Util in, and the smoke has missed. Heaven isn't smoked at all. They're walking across. Simple's going to see everything.
He does. Misses his shot, misses his chance. He won't make that same mistake again, but forced his hand. They repel him. Brought low.
But the bomb's still lobby. There's 30 seconds. The bomb needs to get to a site.
There's 2 CTs in lower.
It might be vent to top.
It would be the perfect call. Zywoo's going to clear him out. Down goes Zywoo at Boomich's hand. It is going to be the top side. Perfecto, he's ready. 3 frags away from the semi. A 2-on-3. They'd love the bomb plant. They need the bomb plant. 2 committed to the low side. It's up to Bit initially. He'll hold it fast in the lobby. Oh, Apex is deleted.
It's all on Kyojin.
It has to be Kyojin.
This is his moment.
To save Vitality. 1 versus 3. Back against the wall. 1 click is all it takes from NaVi for that semi. Oh, and they're using their nades brilliantly. Humble to 39. He strikes for the first head. 2 more. The flash ain't bad, but they'll take him down. There's so much time. And that's the end of that. NaVi awakened the Avicii Arena and sent Vitality home.
What a showing. Down and out in the dumps. Looking like they had no answers. And there they take a timeout. They solve the puzzle. They change their setup and they take it all away from Vitality. They came on in. It looked like they had some answers here to that nuke. That 16 streak, it becomes 17. NaVi 17 in a row.
God, they made them work, didn't they? Vitality definitely looked like they'd studied the NaVi nuke playbook, but that's the sign of greatness, is when everyone knows your dominance on a map and you can still